Jeep pretty much wrote the book on tough four-wheel drive, starting with the general purpose, or GP, vehicle of 1941. They've been building civilian Jeeps, the CJ series, since 1945. So a four-wheel drive that you can't kill is good, but a four-wheel drive that you want to shoot on sight, well, that's not so good. But for the way the Commander looks, you can blame the military Hummer. Jeep says its American customers were begging for a luxury flagship that looks like a blinged-up Tonka Toy. This is also Jeep's first ever seven-seater. I guess it's a credit that the base version of the Commander comes in at just $55,000. In fact, each Commander is just $1,000 upwind of the equivalent Grand Cherokee. At just under 60 grand, this diesel offers a lot of metal and a heck of a motor for the money. Thankfully, the dynamics are nothing like a Hummer's. It steers pretty nicely. In fact, the Grand Cherokee was the first Jeep ever to have rack and pinion steering. And the body's really well controlled, even though the Commander's suspension has been backed off a bit for comfort. But if this Commander is all about seating 7, the news isn't all good. Well, it's still a hassle to get in and out of here, and while there's pretty decent headroom, with legroom it's a different story. And with this seat upright, there's about that much luggage space. Well, the view's pretty good from this middle row. That's thanks to the Commander's theatre-style seating. Each row of seats is mounted higher than the one in front. And it's kind of weird that only those on each side flip up. Even with everything folded up or down or out of the way, the best you're going to get is still a fairly shallow load area. Up front, the leather seats in this limited version are flat and slippery. There's plastic wood, plastic chrome, and this dashboard, it's not even cheesy. It's reconstituted cheese product. But what annoys me most is the view out the back. With all the seats in place, all I can see is a forest of headrests. Anyway, you'd forgive a lot of things for this 3-litre V6 turbo diesel engine. It's shared with Mercedes-Benz passenger models and actually makes a tad more torque than the 5.7-litre petrol V8. It's smooth, strong and works a treat with this 5-speed auto transmission, and they say averages a respectable 10.5 litres per 100 k's. And the trade-off is that the Commander, with the tough quadra-drive system that's standard in this diesel version, is still a weapon off-road. The 7-seat Jeep is tank ugly, but it's packed to the gills with standard equipment and a really impressive safety package, including ESP, ABS and airbags everywhere. All that comes at a price that undercuts the cheapest 7-seater Land Rover Discovery by a useful $4 grand. And the 7-seater diesel Discovery by $13,000. So you can say what you like about the way the Commander looks. It's tough enough to take it.
If you're looking for some adventure of your own and a real dream machine, visit Drive.com.au to enter our Winter Weekend Away competition. You could spend a weekend cruising around in a Porsche, BMW or Mercedes. There's one draw each week until July 3, so visit Drive.com.au now to enter.